Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am outside in the backyard today. I only have about 15 minutes to spare, and I figured that I could just do something, at least get one task done. I have a lot of items that I need to pot up, but today, what I'm going to work on is getting these blueberry bushes potted up. I mean, it's overdue for number one. Blueberries are already starting to form on the plant. So I just want to go ahead and get that potted up this morning because I have to go and do a grocery pickup. So I'm trying to learn how to garden in small pockets of time. You know what I mean? Sometimes we don't have time to be out in the garden for an hour or all day or whatever. So let me go ahead and get everything set up and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alrighty, you all. It is such a beautiful day. Hold on, I have to get my knee pads. I can't do this without my knee pads. I just literally bent down and I felt them 40-year-old knees start cracking, okay? So I had to get my knee pads. So let me put this down here like this. And these are the Gorilla Grip knee pads. They've held up pretty good for me. But I went ahead and got the Espoma soil acidifier, and I also have some berry tone that I'm going to be using here on today. All right, let me get my glove put on. I did have a little boo-boo, little accident in the kitchen. So let me try to at least fit the glove on my finger here. I think that's about as good as it's going to go on up the finger. But we're going to go ahead and get these blueberry plants planted. The blueberries that I went with was the Brightwell blueberry tree. They did sell them in our local big box store. I believe I got this from Lowe's. Yes, I purchased these blueberries from Lowe's. They had the Brightwell and I believe they had the powdery blue. I'll insert a clip here of all the blueberry plants they had. They were just beautiful and they already had like buds and a few blooms on them. So I went ahead and went with the Brightwell because the chill hour requirements for this was pretty low. I believe it was like 100 to 200 chill hours. And the powdery blue was upwards of 600 to 800 hours, I believe. And where I am in Texas, I get about up to 450 chill hours. So that's one thing that I am definitely paying attention to when I'm purchasing these fruit trees this go round, because sometimes I believe that it's just me to why the plants aren't growing, but there's a lot of other factors to why the blueberries and our fruit trees aren't growing, because it's not suitable for your zone. So even though they sold it at the store in my area, it just wouldn't have worked because I only get up to 450 hours. So I just put about a cup of the soil acidifier here at the bottom. So once it starts growing it roots, it'll be able to reach down and have some acidic soil. So what I'm going to do is set this inside and I'm just measuring it out to see how tall it's going to be in the planter. But I'm curious, what type of blueberry trees are you guys planting in your area? I know for sure that the Brightwell needs a pollinator. It's not self-fertile, so it needs a pollinator. So I'm definitely on the hunt for another blueberry plant. But because this was sitting in the department store in the garden center with another variety, it was already pollinated. So I didn't have to worry about that this year. But I know for sure next year I'm going to have to worry about, ooh, this is beautiful. It's not root bound or anything. Oh, wait a minute. Turn the corner. It was getting ready to get root bound, but let me show you the roots. I mean, it's a beautiful plant. My goodness. Look at that. So beautiful. They took really good care of this one here. So I don't have to do much to this plant here. I mean, I could just disturb the roots just a tad bit, but I don't have to do much to this one. So I'm just gonna set that down in there, and I'm trying to make sure I level it about an inch below the rim of the planter. And I just need to add a little bit more soil. So I went ahead and put the soil from the container in there. Let's add a little bit more here. See if that stands up. We need a little bit more soil, you all. So let's go ahead and get that in there. Now, I was online looking at other blueberry plants, and I did notice they had the sunshine blueberry, which has a low chill hour requirement and is suitable for my zone. So I believe I may go ahead and pick that up. And I found that on Stark Bros. So I'm going to go ahead and probably purchase that blueberry plant. They are a reputable company. So I think I'll do pretty good ordering from them. So I'm just going to go ahead and backfill. You know what? Let me just pick the whole thing up and just spread it in there. I think that'll be much easier for me. Trying to work smarter, not harder in the garden this year. All right, and before I fill it up completely, I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the berry tone. It's recommended for mature plants to go ahead and add about 1 cup of the berry tone. So I'm just gonna add a cup around the base and just spread it on out. Okay, yep, there we go. You're gonna have some good nutrients to feed off of for the next couple of months. You know what, guys? I know that it's going to drop, but I feel like it's sitting a little too high for my liking, okay? I'm just gonna have to go ahead and take it out. I know it's not ideal, but I want to do it right the first time so I won't have to do it again. I literally just measured this out. I'm trying not to disturb the sides too much. Okay. Okay, so that's a little bit better. Okay, that's better. It's much better. And then when we water, hopefully the soil level go ahead and decrease. Ooh, it's so therapeutic playing in dirt. Oh, it's so therapeutic. It's almost kind of nostalgic to childhood, playing in the dirt, making mud pies. Okay, so that is good. We're going to leave this here for now, and then we're going to come back and water that. Let's put this over here. I'm going to put this at the top because it may have some of the fertilizer. And we're going to do the same thing to this side. Okay. Definitely need to add some soil here. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get these planted in. As I mentioned, this one here is a little too high. The water appears that it's going to leak off the rim. So I hope it lowers. I did get this one planted in a little better than that one on that end. So I'm just gonna put about a gallon of water on each side. Kind of let that soak in. There we go. Let me see. This is what happens when it's planted too high. The water spills over the rim. So let's hope the level kind of decreases a little, settles a little, excuse me. All right. Let me give you guys a closer look at the blueberries. Check it out. So these are the blueberries. They look absolutely amazing. Oh, they are so gorgeous. I can't wait to eat some of those. This is the soil level for the first one. And this is the soil level for the second one. And check out the blueberries on this one. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness, this one has clusters. Clusters everywhere. Let me try to focus that. Oh goodness, that's beautiful. So beautiful. Well, alrighty. That is all I have time for here on today. I was able to get this task done within about 15 minutes. I may have went over maybe 5 to 10 minutes, but I feel good knowing that I at least did one task this morning. Hopefully I can get out here later on. But as long as I did one task and know that I can't do it all in one day, and if I just do one thing a day, then I'll eventually get everything accomplished that I need to get accomplished for the upcoming spring season. But thank you all so much for joining me here today. Have a lovely, lovely day. Bye.